And we're live back again with episode 3. Welcome, guys, to Sofa Soul, where we pour our souls into our sofas. Today, I'm not on my sofa, but I'm feeling still pretty chill. Tonight, I'm super duper excited because the lineup tonight is gonna be fire. We finally got some musicians in the building. We still got the poets, but we're adding some musicians. I'm super duper excited for this episode, and I really would like for you guys to just enjoy, rock out with the cock out, and enjoy. Before we get started, Self, your host, has a poem just to warm up the ambient a little bit. And before I get started, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you. This one's called The Truth Is. Home is where home is where the heart is. Yes, on the left of my chest. Protected, however, I just don't feel safe at rest. I'm just obsessed with a aim and a purpose to possess somewhere safe where I can address that I can't deny. I've been pretty numb to the pressure. I can keep my heart beating at the right tune, humming lullabies for healing, somehow confused as to when it sings the beat echoes as if I'm outside instead of bouncy back inside too. And the truth is, I'm having some trouble at home. And not the one with the roof over your head, nor the one where you cuddle when you are cold. At this point, I would love to be still when no one would know what it feels like not feeling like at home. I sometimes wonder, is it warm? Is it silent when you simply don't need the words? Is there space for screams and moans where the neighbors know? Can I not open the door? Will they mind their business when the screams and moans get out of control? I have angels who've been hurt. Is this a place where I can purge? Will I be enough as my own home? In the midst of writing this poem, rusty like my pipes, it's like I gotta show them that besides the fact that I haven't written and I haven't spoken, the more you understand the time you waste trying to stay warm around so frozen, I'm going. Truth is, I'm no longer trying to conceptualize what is burdening. Home is where the heart is, so what if the heart is immaculate on hurting? Two times, two crimes, two lines, two guys, one truth, two lies. Two times I cried in line around some guys who didn't even know my truth, so I lied on a napkin as my tears asked why. First time online, red eyes telling no lies. I've tried too many times to read between the lines. I've tried too many times, I fight. Too many times we cry outside so that you're blinded by my truth, and my truth is I never felt safe to cry at home. So it's always too many times I commit crimes, like even sharing my life to rationalize what's home. Too many times I commit crimes, like not sharing my life to rationalize why it never feels like home. And to come and find out while I'm writing this poem and as I rehearse, I've always been pushed outside instead of welcomed in. And if welcomed in, I've been shoved outside. And if shoved outside, frozen souls welcome in. I'm trying to stay warm when my body already knows how to do that from within. Yeah, 97.2 degrees of heat. We just can't compete. My heart being where home is the heart is. Focus on the beat while saying goodbye to what made home home to begin with. I'm saying goodbye to the beast. That felt so good. I need to shake and let's just bring out all the people that are here today, guys. That felt so good. Hi, guys.
Hello.
What's up,
Hey
beautiful?
guys, welcome, guys. So here on Sofa Soul, we love to get to know you guys a little bit more, and we like for you to guys to just open up, get comfortable, give me your souls, not literally, but in artistic form. So, guys, I have the same question on every episode. It's why do you do what you do? Why you write? Why you do music? Anybody can go first. The boldest is always first. So let's go. And you could introduce yourself.
All right, I'll take us off. I think a lot of people watching should know me by now. I've been on Sofa Soul enough. I've been around Solar enough. What's up, y'all? My name is B. Brooklyn born and raised, nomad after that, currently in Jacksonville. And I do what I do because I got a message. I got a message for other people. I got a message for myself. I got emotions I got to get out. Poetry
Yeah.
is like therapy at this point, honestly. I'm not really good at, believe it or not, with my words when it comes to speaking with people or like getting things out that I feel emotionally, but somehow when I get it on paper or on screen, whichever way you want to put it, it flows out so much better that way.
Yeah. Okay. So Brian, where you from? Just give them a where you from. Where you from?
I said, Brooklyn, New York. I'm always gonna rep that.
Yeah, Brooklyn, Brooklyn. All right, thank you, Brian. I'm so excited for you to perform once again. You know that I love poetry, so it's
Yes,
always
and
support on my behalf.
before we move on, and you and I spoke prior to the
Yeah,
show. That piece, I'm proud of you.
thank you. Don't make me cry. I'm such an emotional cat today. All righty, who's next?
Well, good evening, beautiful people. My name is Vanity. My mom named me after a singing group back in the 80s that Prince discovered. And I'm repping Maryland and New York. I've been in New York over a decade, but my accent is mixed up. And the reason why I write poetry is because it's just a way of expressing my feelings, my thoughts. And
Yeah.
just like he mentioned, it is very therapeutic too. And I just really feel like it's a gift from God. So I've been writing since I was 13.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a very long time of you writing, and that's beautiful. The
And I just
consistency
turned
is amazing.
30. So
So I have a question, because you've been writing since you were young. And I know that I struggle with that as an artist. Like I write and I've been writing since I was young, that sometimes expressing myself verbally, I kind of miss out on that as like an artist. Like because I'm too busy writing down how I actually feel and trying to conceptualize that through words. So how was that for you?
what like
Expression with poetry versus expression with actual people. Did it ease it
mm,
up? Did it complicate it? Did it make you want to close up? Did it make you want to open up?
I would say something that I'm still working on. I think with me being a person that expressed myself through poetry and writing, I'm more on the emotional side. um,
Same.
I would
Yes,
say
same.
I'm more on the emotional side. So sometimes I overthink things too, to be honest. So if I would just be, it's like a script, not to be all like spiritual, but it's a scripture in the Bible where it says, be quick to listen and slow to speak. That's something that I'm really working on because I think as being a creative person, I think sometimes we can be a bit complex. So I just realized I'm still a work in progress,
Yes.
to be honest with you.
A beautiful work in progress, by the way. A beautiful, beautiful work in progress.
Thank you.
Um, and sometimes I feel like when we sit long enough, we see everything right through.
Hmm.
So not to get too spiritual. So thank you so much, so much. Could you please put your name in the chat so I would have a physical visual description of your name?
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Alrighty, so who's next? Who's next? Who's next?
I go. My name is Nick, also known as The Withdrawn is my stage name. I'm born and raised in Manhattan, New York. I currently live in Buffalo. I've been writing since for like 16 years. I'm 26 years old now. Um, and yeah, I do rapping, singing, poetry, and I do all this because it's my form of self-care. You don't need to listen to what the Instagram influencers say. There's not one specific form of what self-care is and what it looks like.
Yeah,
And this is just my version, that I, like Vanity said, get from God.
I like
Hold
that.
that dear to your heart and, do what works for you.
Pamper yourself with expressing your emotions. Like ain't nothing healthier than that.
Right.
Hey, thank you, withdrawn. I like that name too. Okay,
Thank you.
let's withdraw so we can center with sofa. Right. Next, who do we have up? Who's next?
Am I the only one left? I'll go.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. It's just I didn't even know my box was showing.
I am Dan, uh, and it's my first time on here. I didn't know what to expect, but that was a
Hi,
cool little
Dan.
poem you had, so that's awesome.
Thank
Uh,
you.
I started. I always wanted to play the guitar and sing, and like about 6 years ago, I got sober, so I have like 6 years sober now, and started picking up all types of hobbies. And I got myself $100 guitar on Amazon, and I started learning chords and singing along. And now it's like just an awesome outlet for me. It's like all my life I just been like, living not somebody else's life. So music definitely kind of gets me out there spiritually. Helps me a lot.
Yes. And like I said, you're amazing on the 6 years of sobriety and picking up a new high, which was music,
Yep.
and your initial talents that come from, inside of you. You know what I mean? Instead of like looking for it out there, you like decided to pick it up from within you and just maximize it. And that's the most beautiful thing.
Yep. I live right outside of Philly, but I did live in Brooklyn. I went to elementary school and middle school in Brooklyn, Seth Low, IS 96.
Okay.
I don't know if you know where that is.
Okay. So, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming. I am super duper grateful that we got some poets and some musicians in the house. It's a blessing, honestly, to have you guys. And since Dan is your first time around, sofa show, it's your turn to pour that soul into my sofa.
All right. You want me to sing you guys a little song?
Yeah, sing me a little song. You got your 5 minutes, whatever you want.
Daylight, wake up feeling like I wanna play right. Used to know, but now that sure don't feel right. Made me put away my pride. So long, made a person wait for so long. Made a heart from all I got to do no wrong. Wishing I could make this mine. If you want it, you can have it all. If you need it, you can have it all. If you need it, you can have it. But stay woke. People creeping, they gon' find you, gon' catch you sleeping. But stay woke. People creeping, don't you close your eyes. Riders on stone, riders on stone, active all alone, like a dog without a bone. Riders on stone, there's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like its own. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. There's a killer on the road. Stay woke. It's too late. Wanna make it right, but now it's too late. find you, gonna catch you sleeping, but steady won't catch you sleeping. Now don't you lose sight, and don't you close your eyes. That's it.
That was beautiful. Can I clap? I'm clap.
Thanks, guys.
Say whoa. People creeping. That's why I got the labradorite over here. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing. Do you want to do another one?
Yeah, sure. You guys have any requests?
Please.
Anything you want to hear?
Yes, give us another one. Do you guys have any requests? No? Anything?
No.
Anything. Give us anything.
Dealer's choice.
What about Jasmine Sullivan in Your Feelings? If I'm saying the name of the song right, you know that one?
Which one?
What is it? Pick Up Your Feelings. There you go, by Jasmine Sullivan.
I've never heard that song.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Make it good, whatever you're comfortable with.
All right. I'm gonna try to do another little medley. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. The sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze shifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good. Oh, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back, oh woman, don't you treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I'd ever seen. And if you say so, I've got to pack my things and go. So hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. I know, 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 I know. Yeah, you better leave that young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine, she's gone. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
Music loves you,
Hey,
Dad.
appreciate the
That
love.
was so beautiful. Was that like a mixed mashup of like Nina Simone and
Yeah, it
Ray
was a little
Charles?
medley. It was Nina Simone. It was Ray Charles, and oh man, I forget the artist's name, but ain't no sunshine. Bill Withers. There we go.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
late great.
amazing. That was those are actually like my top three favorite, you know. So that was amazing.
Yeah, they all work with that same chord progression. I found out, so it's sweet.
You have really a really good ear for sound. Really, really good ear for sound and a really good voice. Your melly's crazy sick. I'm sorry, I had to like gash it up a little bit because it was honestly amazing.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So before, thank you so much. By the way, I just don't want to speak you out of here. Thank you so much. Before we get on to withdrawn, I do want to have Jay introduce herself, where she's from, and why she loves to do what she do.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? I'm Jay Zabri. I'm currently in Jersey right now, but I'm from Houston, Texas, and I've lived in New York for the past like 10 years. But yeah, I didn't know y'all were talking in the beginning too, so I was like, I want to join the conversation. What's up? Um, but yeah, I'm here to sing my songs. You were talking about like what makes you an artist, what makes you do what you do, and we they asked that in class earlier this week too. And the answer is just like when you're an artist, you just write for yourself. That's what you do. You just kind of have to do it. Not really for the money always, but it's cool when the money comes in.
It's amazing. It's beautiful. All right, thank you, Jade. We'll get back to you guys. Well, to you a little bit later. So today, guys, we have withdrawn up to our virtual platform. It's all yours, man. Sorry, the New York stuff came up. Why did that? Alrighty, withdrawn. Wait, give me 1 second.
All right. Can you hear me?
Did you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, you're cutting off a little
Did you
bit.
guys hear me?
You cutting off a little bit.
Just trying to make sure. Give me 1 second. Do you hear me now? Do you guys hear
Yeah.
me now? Perfect. Okay, cool. All right, well, John, it's your turn tonight to show out what you got here on Sofa Soul. I'm sorry, guys, for that little technical malfunction, but we're back on.
Okay. All right. So I have a piece. I'm gonna do a cappella. Originally wrote it to an instrumental called "Fall for You" by Secondhand Serenade. But I titled this piece "Break Up with You," and it's not a personal piece that I can relate to, but it is very important to talk about these things from the male perspective. John Wesley said, "The best thing about tonight is that we're not fighting," and I wish we could relate because it feels like almost every single day you come to me with a reason as to why I am deserving of this mental beating, and I start to believe it, that I deserve this, that I am the piece of shit you make me out to be, or that the reason you're like this, we're like this, is because of me. You suspect me of things, but wait, you're the one who would cheat. I mean, fuck, you have all my social media passwords and want updates on my schedule in and out of work. The hell, you even have a copy of my keys. You want a list of all my friends, but I don't have any because you talked me into putting those relationships to an end. And now I have no one because they all think I chose you over them. You over them. Said we didn't need anyone else because it was always us to the end. Last night, mom asked me about the bruise on my arm again. You know, just playing with the guys, I said. Last night, God asked me about the condition of my heart again. It's doing just fine, I said. I can't cry in front of you or in front of anybody else, not even myself, because you taught me it isn't okay to be pussy. You made me read a book on how to be a better man in this world because you thought it would be a good read. You broke it down to my exhausting brain that love is the only thing we would ever need to survive. But why the fuck am I so tired? I don't even pray like I used to anymore. I don't really care if I die. Does anyone else know what it's like to have someone control the food you consume because they think you've gained too much weight since they've gotten with you? Or when and how long you should sleep like hello? Does anybody else hear me? Or does no one hear me because I'm only crying inside? I guess the smile on my face isn't an obvious disguise. I'm not sure I fully understand or know exactly what love is, but this that you taught me, this is not it. So tonight will be the night that I break up with you, pushing toxicity aside. I won't stay with you another day. I swear I'm through. 'Cause a girl like you should not be in my life. Tonight will be the night that I break up with you, pushing toxicity aside. I won't stay with you another day. I swear I'm through. 'Cause a girl like you should not be in my life. You should not be in my life. Thank you.
Hey, do a little song with you about her life. Bye. I love it. I love it. Do you have another one for me, withdrawn?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Let me see real quick. I will. I'm gonna pull up something real quick. Now my
By the
computer
way,
wants to be
guys,
slow.
the Cash App, the Venmo for Sulatry for Soul support the artistic movement in the meanwhile while he's getting, stuff situated there. Sulatry has a lot of stuff going on. They're contributing to the artistic community in many, many, many big ways. So donate as much as you feel possible. It's okay. The littlest counts. We love donations.
Okay, I'm ready. This piece is another one I'm gonna do a cappella, but I wrote it over Ari Lennox's 40 Shades of Choke, and this one is called 30 Shades of Deep Throat. Because I haven't bent you over since we were 19. And this is my last reference to COVID-19. Quarantined at the crib because you sick of my kids, but wait, you never swallowed. She said, if I don't do so tonight, then I definitely will tomorrow. I bet. Baby, I'ma stretch out your jaw and keep them paws to yourself because I don't want no hands, just mouth. Bad little baby from the south. And yes, I'm from the east. My name ain't Dave, but looking down at your watery eyes, you can tell I'm all about seeing overseas. Only thing that might need cracking after this is your jaw. Because I know you're going to be so sore after me being in your mouth for so long. I love when we play fighting and you tell me to square up. Or while I'm in the middle of writing and you put your hair up. Like, sit the fuck back. You can continue writing. Go right ahead. As a matter of fact, right about the head. I thought I had a way with words, but goddamn, I like that. I want to go in deep to the point of no return. And once you swallow, you can't throw it up because there's no point to return. You can't give back the taste of me. There ain't no rush, so you can go at your own pace. She asked if I want to give myself a taste. I'm good, but I'll be happy, more than happy to lick you actually, then transfer over juices right over to you, miss. Nick does not miss a drop. I don't give a fuck how wet you are. I love making you wait to nut. You do the same thing to me, and I'm like, yo, come on. The volcano's this close till it has to erupt. But I love the tease, and if I didn't, I know that it would be hypocritical of me. I don't think you realize how dangerous you are. Literally. Takes care of me and gives bomb head. Tattoo on her inner bottom lip that says salvaje. These Dominican women are trouble, but they damn sure know how to fuck you. And nah, I don't always want ass. Sometimes niggas like to cuddle. Right now, though, expand your throat and take this load. I've been carrying a lot lately, and so it's time to let go. Your choice. Keep your eyes open or closed. Preferably open. Remember, hands to yourself and let your mouth do all the stroking. Thank you.
Yeah. Am I supposed to laugh? Because that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's for soul, honey.
Well,
Yo.
I
Oh,
think we created a
man.
new genre of poetry. It's poem porn.
Sounds good, man.
Oh, man. I thought you were throwing shots up in here. All right, thank you so much, Withdrawn.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate your kind words. Next up, we got Vanity. Vanity, you will show me something. You will
Hey,
show up tonight.
can you all hear me clearly? Because I feel like my speaker, like the mic doesn't sound good. Can you hear me good? Okay, so it's just
Yeah,
my
I can hear
computer.
you.
All right, so this is called Build Each Other. If you live for the validation of others, you will die by their rejection. Young sisters and brothers, when you look in the mirror at your reflection, are you happy from within? Just because daddy was hardly ever there, baby girl, doesn't mean you have to transition from man to man to fulfill an empty void. Slowly but surely, you are the only person it will destroy. Mrs. Carter, Beyonce, said it best in the song Pretty Hurts, that the soul needs surgery. Not solving the root of an issue is like perjury to your own character. When character's lost, all is lost. Ladies, let's be an inspiration, become a boss. A bold, optimistic success story. Let's overcome our struggles and reach glory. Some young women, stop trying to tear other women apart because you find them as a competition. How about changing your whole disposition and benefit from each other rather than being spiritually bankrupt? Some young men stop degrading, manipulating the ladies and disappearing after helping them create babies. Some young men shout out MOB, money over, you know the rest, thinking chasing quick paper, rolling in Bugattis and Mercedes with different ladies is what define success. I can't stress enough. We got to do better rather than glorifying drugs, money, and sex and free my guy or girl who did the crime that deserves the time. How about celebrating a young man with a degree and take care of his responsibility? Incarcerated brother, I have nothing against you, just prayers for you that this will be a testimony for other young brothers. When you know better, you do better, like the late great Maya Angelou said. When you know better, you do better. R.I.P. to Trayvon Martin that was killed because of racial profiling. R.I.P. to Mr. Brown, first name Michael. We must put an end to this modern day slave cycle. Martin Luther King stating, I have a dream speech. We should not be judged by the color of our skin, but the content of our character. Young sisters and brothers, you are meant to be unstoppable kings and queens. Let's define our own American dream. Thank you.
Ooh, I have a question real quick before I ask you to do another one. What's
Sure.
your source of inspo for that poem?
You said what inspired me to do that poem?
Yes.
It
Aside
was,
from what's actually like tangibly going on in the world,
you know what? Some of the things in this poem I could relate to. Shout out to my dad, but my dad wasn't consistent in my life. And I noticed that sometimes I was looking for love in the wrong places in different relationships. And like I love like Beyonce and the song Pretty Hurts. I don't know if you all are familiar with that
Yeah.
song. She talks about doing the work inside with your soul. That's what it's all about. So I just had inspiration like left and right. And then the stuff that's going on with, people that, look like us, people of color, especially me being a young Black woman and seeing our brothers and sisters, being murdered and stuff like that, just because it's like modern day slavery. Because, back in the day, it was like lynching and killings. And now, you have certain police that it's the modern day where they kill us. You know what I'm saying? And the police back in the day was meant to get runaway slaves. That's the reason why they were designed back in the day anyway. So I just got inspired from like all sorts of things. I don't know. It's such a gift from God because I was just writing. It was a preacher on Oprah on the master class. He was like, if you live for the validation of others, you'll die by their rejection. And I said, woo, that's powerful. So then I wrote that if you live for the validation of others, you'll die by their rejection. And I just said, young sisters and brothers, when you look in the mirror at your reflection, and then I thought about some of the internal stuff I got to work on. I said, are you happy from within though? And it just kept flowing.
And that's a journey, a beautiful journey. So I congratulate you on that journey of self, honestly, because it's a rewarding journey. It is intense getting to know parts of you and sitting with certain things with you. But I can congratulate you. I'm learning that, coming from my perspective. Shout out to my dad. He's alive, but he just wasn't present. And I as well looked outside for things that were already within. And once I realized, like, hey, like, thank God I'm like 23, and I'm like, now I'm like getting it. But it's like, now it's just like, hey, what can I do to get ahead of loving me? You know what I mean? And that's the trick, All right, sweetheart, do you have another one for us?
Yes, I got something a little different, a little wild. It's called The Box Office. All right. This is called The Box Office. Baby, you got me whipped. And I'm not talking S&M. I was once a sweet gem. Then you turned me out, and what broke loose was hell. I was your own personal Jezebel. If your bedroom walls could talk, I wonder what it could tell. The way you put it down, I'd rather be in prison with you. I don't want to post bail. You are truly one of the best lovers in my life. And even though we are not an item, I make pretend you're my husband and I'm your wife. So the reality of it won't cause my heart pain. You make my thing rain when you spread my wings like an eagle. Your loving is addicting and lethal. Let's make a sex movie. I know it'd be the hottest in the box office if it hit Regal. Your loving made me bipolar when we part ways. I be in my feelings like Sam Smith. I be begging you to stay. I have a strong desire for the fire we make. It's something that can be addictive at one take. Once we say action, my flesh is at its all high satisfaction. Shakes, sweats, and palpitations is my reaction. You come with surprises in your package. I love our private sessions. You drop beats and I sing high notes. As the waves get deeper and you rock my boat, at my peak, I hit a 5-octave range. You leave me speechless and deranged. Our loving is like music. I would call it hip and blues because it's no limit in the bedroom. We be breaking all the rules. If lust could kill, you will be my thrill. You're my guilty pleasure. You know how to honor my treasure with pleasure. Your intimacy is so dope, and I'm the fiend. Before I lose myself, I need to wean from you because after it's all said and done, I want you by my side, and the effects are you're only down for a joyride.
Damn, isn't that sad when you just done for a joyride and you want to go for longer, man?
What are we feeling tonight, y'all? Damn. Shit. Y'all been locked down that long?
Season of love. Yeah, it was all, yeah, we're in the same spot. It's like, yo,
today.
these poems, yeah, like these poems are ending spicy. Spicy. Thank you so much, Vanity. Your work is authentically amazing. Thank you for coming on to Soul for Soul. Jade, baby girl. What's up, Jade? You are up next.
Yeah. All right, sweet.
So
I wasn't sure what songs I'm gonna play, or wasn't like too sure about them, but I think I'm good with them now. Since y'all were sharing feelings, I feel like I can do that too. Um, I'm gonna sing this song that I wrote. It's called "When I Took Your Name," because I'm actually not married anymore, but Zabrik was my married name. I'm divorced, but I'm happily gay now, and yeah. So I just wanted to write a song about that experience, and this is it. I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. Showed me love and you made me your wife. You held me down like nobody else could. When I took your name, I took it for good. You are the reason that I'm even out here. I wasn't going on broken, so here I am. There's no going back. Taking me a while, but I'm still on track. Yeah. I wanted my babies to look like you, but you weren't ready, we were young and I don't blame you. I was exploring myself, but you were the one who left us. You left me for a virgin, so go ahead and tell your friends that I'm the devil, cause I wanted an abortion, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted back my husband. I made a promise that I'm always gonna love him. Gonna love you for the rest of my life. Showed me love and you made me your wife. You held me down like nobody else could. When I took your name, I took it for good. You are the reason that I'm even out here. I wasn't going on broken, so here I am. There's no going back. Taking me a while, but I'm still on track. Yeah. I wasn't ready to let you go. I was still in love and I wanted you both. You were cool with that, I know. And when I had you, you were the one that I chose. We were building our home, we had our future set. I had a couple of girls, you let it get to your head. I was trying my best to bring it home for us. Never lost my love, I never broke your trust. Gonna love you for the rest of my life. Showed me love, you made me your wife. You held me down like nobody else could. When I took your name, I took it for good. I'm always gonna love you like everyone I've ever loved. I never meant to hurt you. I may have wanted more, but that don't mean you weren't enough. Don't say you weren't worth it. You had your purpose and I'm always gonna love you for it. I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. Showed me love and you made me your wife. You held me down like nobody else could. I took your name, I took it for good. So there's that song. Yeah.
that is a beautiful girl. It was amazing. You know, I'm gonna ask you to do another one, right? Before I.
Yeah, definitely, I'm down. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out. It's the first time I've done it correctly live. So yeah.
Did you write that yourself?
Um, the next song or the next song that I wanted to do is after I guess found out that I was a lesbian. Um, I had a relationship with a girl that had some issues. She was like kind of like a toxic relationship for me, but I didn't really understand it because I was in hetero relationship before, so I felt that I could take care of this relationship, and kind of like almost like be the man in a way. But yeah, anyways, so that's where the next song comes from. Thank you. You don't know her like I do. She's really different when no one else is around. She loves to love me, but she bites too hard. She won't take no, and I don't wanna break her heart. You don't know her like I do. Hold on, I need the words for this. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry, hold up. I was about to like forget the whole song. All right. Can't deny this feeling I have when I'm around her. So glad I found her. Where have you been for all my life? By my side, she's ride or die to the point of no return. This girl's been burned and broken, but I can put her first. I can be what she wants. I'm strong enough for the both of us. This girl needs all my love. You don't know her like I do. She's really different when no one else is around. She loves to love me, but she bites too hard. She won't take no, and I don't wanna break her heart. You don't know her like I do. What am I supposed to do? I can never leave her. She says she needs me, and she can't be alone. She opened up about her past. She's a survivor, and if she can go through all that, and I'm all grown, then I can handle this. I can be what she wants. I'm strong enough for the both of us. This girl needs all my love. You don't know her like I do. She's really different when no one else is around. She loves to love me, but she bites too hard. She won't take no, and I don't wanna break her heart. You don't know her like I do. I wanna give her what she wants. I believe her when she says that she loves me. She hates it when I look at other girls. But how can I when she's my whole world? She don't believe me. I'm starting to see this has less and less to do with me. You don't know her like I do. She's really different when no one else is around. She loves to love me, but she fights too hard. I won't take no, I don't wanna break her heart. You don't know her like I do. You don't know her like I do. Cool. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
So yeah,
Thank
I'm sorry I
you.
slowed down, but that's the first time I actually did that one live too. So I'm still working on these, and they'll be released later.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much, Jade. It was a pleasure having you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, up
I
next to
didn't
the
know Jay
stage.
for a while, so he's cool.
Yes, he was just telling me. Yes, he was just telling me you've been with Sulachi for 4 years. So it's definitely been a journey. So we're part of family, you know. So
Oh
air
yeah.
hugs, you
Oh
know.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. Love it. Alrighty, love. Thank you so much. Bran King, you are up next.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up? Hey, how you doing, my
Hey,
love?
baby, you.
I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, I'm ready. I had one set list planned for tonight, but since I'm doing two pieces, I had to change one up because Withdrawn and Vanity clearly set a mood out there that I gotta piggyback off of. We're gonna get to that shortly. So we know this month we honoring the ladies. It's all about the women, powerful women, strong women, and I don't know if it's just the gay man in me or what, but I'm surrounded by women. I most of my greatest bonds are with women, and I know a lot of strong women, a lot of women that go, above and beyond with everything they do, and a lot of women that just don't get what they deserve, that are treated misfairly, that are misfairly. Do you hear me? I can't even speak. I Don't put me on an 854 ever again. I've been drinking this entire time. I can barely speak. But not just honestly, women that I love who, get used, get mistreated, get abused, not um, just not getting everything that they deserve in life. So this piece I actually wrote specifically about somebody, but this really applies to a lot of women that I know and women that I don't know. So everybody that's listening, every woman that's listening, listen well. This piece is called I Wish. Decades of trauma, like Gray Sloan, the way it centers around you. I pray and I hope that every day that I could surround you in a veil of love and protection, deflecting and redirecting any harm that may come in your direction. I wish that life worked this way, where my embrace alone could keep you safe. You've put up with far too much for far too long. And though many days you don't see, I wish you knew that you're not alone. I wish that feeling wasn't something you're so prone to and know too well. I wish you wouldn't dwell on that notion. And I know it's a hard one to not commit to. You've been left alone since you were little, a pattern that's become all too familiar. Like the tiles on the floor you see when your head's down and you're trying to conceal your frowns and the anguish on your face. I wish that every time it happened, I could snatch you right out of that place you go when your mind's decided to play NASCAR and race and trace back to every time you've been disgraced, displaced, made to feel out of place. I wish I could erase it all off of your mainframe, hack the database and replace it all, keep you in a more positive headspace. I wish the only hands that have ever touched your body were from gentle strokes across your face, fingertips that paced every inch of your goddess body, hugs that kept you laced in love, caresses and rubs that encased you in a space of safety and trust. None that ever told sad stories. I wish you understood that you never deserved trauma, but it made you that much stronger and made you love that much harder. I wish you didn't feel like you had to have such thick skin. Your flesh isn't made of armor. You already carry a chip on your shoulder and harbor enough emotion. Don't let the load you bear grow larger. I wish every time you cried, you didn't feel you had to apologize. I wish you knew having real feelings doesn't make you a weak bitch or make you think that you'll be ostracized. I wish you didn't disguise the hurt you felt with jokes, though you know I get it. Laughing at the pain is a lot lighter more manageable than if you actually felt it. I wish you knew what your worth is. I know sometimes you may feel worthless, but you're priceless. The brightness you exude illuminates altitudes for someone who often forgets what light is. And while your attitude can sometimes be crude, your intentions are good. Your passion shines through from the fire burning inside of you. At times it gets overlooked and misconstrued, but anyone's inability to see the full scope of the view should never make you feel devalued. I wish every day I could instill that certitude and include myself in your every thoughts. The voices that speak bad of you, love, I wish mine could drown them out. I wish I could write every line of this piece on your scars, both visible and concealed, the ones others gave to you and the ones you gave to yourself in an effort to feel anything other than the pain. I wish instead of harping on how much it hurts, you focus on how far you've came. Instead of fixating on all you've lost, you look at everything you've gained. I wish that every day I could remind you, you're so fucking special, so phenomenal, so essential to myself and many other. Though my words may seem impossible, it's possible. Better yet, probable. You don't see yourself the way I do due to some optical illusions. The horrible chronicles you've lived through force your mind to see, but you are perfectly imperfect. I wish you could recognize all the magic you hold beneath the surface. When doubt and sadness come to your door, I wish next time respectfully return it. I wish all those things that make you up, you can preserve it. The chapters of your story that still shake you up, burn it. I wish one day you read these words and recognize my verdict. Learn it. Stay determined and keep on fighting for all you deserve. From my pen to the stars, because baby girl, you've earned it.
That sigh was well needed. You know, I needed that. I feel like sometimes we need to be reminded that we're special, because it's just like, as people, like, you know, we would have good intentions, but we just never know what the other person's agenda is. So it was very, very lovely to feel like you were talking to me, and I felt like just a moment of reassurance that I am special and that I am priceless rather than worthless, you know, and that I obtain value rather than no value, you know. So I want to cry, but like I'll let up from man.
We cry later, my love. Don't mess up the makeup. Don't mess up the makeup.
I'm like, we'll do that later. Hi, baby. Can you give me another one?
All right. So now, like I said, Withdrawn and Vanity started this up. So, ladies out there, once again, don't let these dudes treat you like shit. Don't let them not worship you the way you deserve. What you really need is to get yourself a poet. So I call this piece, Have You Ever Had Sex with a Poet? I asked, have you ever had sex with a poet? You said you might have, but if you did, you'd already know it. But slow down. Let me explain how it goes down. Show you the ins and outs, because when I'm in and out like every good piece poetic, I assure you, you would never forget it. Foreplay like an ode to your being, breaking boundaries and barriers, baptizing your body with ballads, bedroom behavior barbaric, breast, butt, and buttercups become my banquet, breathing briefly bypassed, belting breathlessly for a break. My bad. I must be mistaken. I thought you said you never been wet off of alliteration. But back to the illustration, my profound demonstration, the explanation of the sounds of love will be proclaiming, ear-shatteringly exclaiming, every slap and slurp and drip and squirt and growls and grunts and thuds and thumps make it ever so clear how easily I could get you off on onomatopoeia. Beginning with the basics like my tongue tracing haikus along your thighs to places less visited, kept hidden like your feelings. And maybe if you're willing, this poet can get you open enough to expose it, enough to bear it all, fall into the unbearable emotion of being truly naked, deeper than just the lack of clothing. And since I'm a poet, I'm gonna teach you how to spit it on the mic and how to swallow it right. I mean, swallow your words. I mean, swallow your pride and allow me inside and allow yourself to surrender into submission. A clean poet and dirty sex. I knew you never expect that juxtaposition. See how one transitions into the other while changing positions. Release your inhibitions. Follow your intuition, ease up on the prohibition, and omitting me. Let my poetry speak your orgasms into fruition. Maya Angelou vibes. You act like you've got diamonds at the meeting of your thighs, but when I get the temperature high, put the pressure with every thrust inside, like I'm trying to create mines of precious gems along each line of your private substance. Navigate seamlessly like I got a compass, screaming in ecstasy while I beat it relentlessly. Your creative juice rushes while you wondering if you've been so bad, why do I fuck you so good? Till that moment you never understood poetic justice. But by all means, keep fronting and acting disgusted like this little discussion wasn't your sexual fantasies encompassed in this poetic production. You'd be doing yourself an injustice. Trust it so we can kiss mouths. You can get drilled out, filled up, and picked out, explode and spill out like my pen onto paper when I whip it out, when I spit it out, when I print it out. Or you can dip out, go on and skip out and go home without. Just remember the next time someone asks, have you ever had sex with a poet? You think back to this poet and tell them that you missed out.
Okay, guys, strap up, put a condom on your mind, because that was a brain fuck. That was fire. That was fire. Once again, so where do you guys find these like inspirations to like write pieces, like intimate pieces? Because like I need a sister needs help, like because I'm only intimate behind closed doors. We're not really like that everywhere. So like when I write about it, it's like the virgin getting her cherry popped. She needs help.
Well, I'm a whore, so that makes it easy. Nah,
I
it's just
love
honestly,
that.
like I said, I'm really closed off, really. So it's like there's a lot of things I got to get out. It's more than just serious things. It's more than mental illness. It's more than things. Sometimes hormones be raging, and we all got that. We all got that somewhere inside of us. You just got to dig down, get it out, whip it out, print it out, spit it out. You know.
But yeah, you know, all around 360. No sheets, no pillows.
Wait.
All right, that was for you, but that was for Withdrawn and Vanity too, because the last final two poems, guys, like simultaneously, like we all had like y'all all had a feisty finishing touch. Like y'all had to just walk out and let everybody know, like just know. I know what I'm fucking. So you guys, if you want to answer that question on how you find that inspo, talk to me.
I would say for me, that poem, this was probably a few years ago, and all I'm gonna say is South Bronx. I was actually seeing someone that I went to school with in the South Bronx, and I was just so intrigued by his intelligence and everything for so many years. And all I'm gonna say is that he wasn't just blessed in the intelligent department. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh, Chile. I have to dim down these lights. It's hot. I have to do something with myself. What's up, John? Talk to me. Where's your source of info when it comes to these pieces? Because you guys are bold. Like, we're bold tonight here on Soul for Soul.
I think a lot of the inspiration just comes from just life itself. You know, I think every experience you have with somebody is unique. You know, the one person you had before isn't going to be the same as the one after, and so on. And so I think it's just whether you sleep around or not, you know, I think it's important to understand that every body is different. and every body is different. There's no good or bad. I don't really think all of it,
Yeah.
contributes to what life is meant to be. And you just intake those
Yes.
experiences for what they are and appreciate, all the people that you come across. So,
I'll do it. Yes. Thank you, Withdrawn. Thank you, B. Thank you, Vanity. B, you did amazing. You guys embodied that piece of work. You guys were amazing. Truly, truly amazing. Tonight, guys, our feature is up in the building. Yvette G. Santana. Yvette G. Santana. Coming live from the Bronx.
Yer,
You already know
y'all.
the vibes. What's up,
You already
love?
what's popping? Yer, I
How
had
are
to do
you,
that one time
baby?
for one time. I'm good, my love. How are you? I'm
Yeah.
loving the vibes.
Wait, give me one
Yo, I'm
second
loving the
so we can
vibes.
get give me 1 second. Whoever needs to be muted, please mute themselves because there is typing in the back. Please. Thank you. All right, Yvette. The platform is yours. What we do
Appreciate
here on Soul for Soul is we you introduce yourself, that's one, and you tell me why you write poetry. You tell me why you do this.
it. Ooh, my name is Yvette G. Santana. I'm a poet, spoken word artist, and a mental health advocate. I write poetry because it saved my life. Yeah, that's like a loaded ass statement, but it's so true. Whether it's me speaking about my mental health, whether it's me speaking about, you know, what I do on my extracurricular activities, whether it's like just fucking writing just because I want to write and have fun with it. Poetry saved my life. And I feel like I write because I have a lot of shit to say, and I also want to be a voice for those who don't know how to say what they want to say yet. Yeah. Um, can y'all hear me?
All right, give me 1 second. Yeah, I hear you. I had to mute myself real quick. So I know that you write a lot about mental health. Where did that all start? Because I know that you talk about a lot about mental health. Your topics are around that. What seems to be the reason why you keep going and just go oriented on that type of topic specifically?
Mm, um, because there's a huge stigma wrapped around mental health. And the one thing that I wanted to do within my art is to break the stigma of what mental illness is supposed to look like, or what one who has mental health battles looks like or may sound like to the outside person. I kind of wanted to break that boundary and kind of give an open platform for myself, but also for those other people around me. And that's why I'm not crazy movement as well, because I realize mental health is so huge, and within our community, it's not spoken about enough. And there's also
Yeah.
stigmas wrapped around mental health and mental illness on itself. So, yeah, I wanted to create a comfortable platform for not only myself, but the people that I surround myself with.
All right. Perfect, gorgeous. So just know you are the future of the night. Guys, I want you guys to welcome Yvette G. Santana onto the Soul for Soul platform. You already know the deal. You got your 15 minutes in the Soul for Soul platform.
Let's go. I'm gonna kick it off with a fun piece. I'm not gonna lie. And this piece I wrote is called Magical Women. Shout out to my melanin queens, Yeah, I'm gonna just have fun with y'all first, and then we'll get into some deep shit. This one's called Magical Women. The woman's body contains 4 lips, two of which relays magic spoken from her, and two of which magic pours from her. Magic and melanin have traces of gold, and I've been told the darker the skin, the more magic comes from it. So how can I not fall for all her tricks? I mean, wouldn't you be hypnotized? Zoned in. At the count of 3, you will fall in love. 1, 2, 3. Somehow she has me, a poet, for fumbling, to stumbling, slipping, I mean, to stuttering on my words. I'm suddenly enticed like a schoolgirl learning magic for the first time. She, the magician, me, her volunteering participant, sitting, waiting, further instructions, thinking about my hands between her thighs while I fantasize about her skin, her brown skin, her melanin. At the count of three, you will become yourself again. 1, 2, 3. How can I not imagine me drinking the magic that pours from her lips as it drips down off my chin? And although her body is a blessing, I do not mind sinning in its favor. How dare I not savor a woman so beautiful? How dare I not save her from the fuck boys who didn't even know how to fuck boy, evidently using her as their play toys because they were too broke to buy their own. Having the audacity to blame her for using them as her own, but you see women like her make them regret it. Women like her enjoy toying with boys like you as if you were her PS4. Switching automatically to story mode. I'm sorry, but she only came to play you, not play with you. My mans, you were her Toy Story. Only providing her with Woody. No buzz, no light. She left you last year. Player mode on 1, voices on mute to help sound out the tune of you. And within the minutes it's taking for you to come to, she's already dialing for me to come through. So I can show her what a poet's mouth really do. And within the milliseconds of seeing me, she's already developed her second heartbeat. So I tell her to come here and take her seat, points into my face, ensuring that I respectfully put her in her place. And she loves the ride. All freedom, no seatbelt. Restraints of physicality have us locked in. Safety given by my hands and reassurance given by my tongue. Both will keep her in line when I have her screaming out that her pussy is mine. Legs shaking, mind hazy, vision crazy, her yelling, oh, baby, don't stop. And I won't. Because women like her deserve orgasms in multiples of 3, and at the count of 3, you will become 1, 2, 3, unhypnotized. I'm Yvette Santana, y'all. That was my intro. How y'all feeling?
That was beautiful.
Ooh.
Thank you.
So I guess we just all carrying this tradition tonight, huh?
You know,
Yeah, listen, y'all had this plan.
Baby,
yo,
get the
corny,
strap.
so corny. I'm not gonna give y'all too nasty, cause oh boy, too nasty.
It's
I
okay.
could
Send
get
it to me at the
real
end.
nasty, but we gonna stay with. You know, come on.
Nah, yeah, like we can go all out on this platform, you know.
Oh,
Alrighty, girl.
you
Give us
know what?
a few more. What's up?
Let's go.
My bad.
I don't know how nasty I want to get for y'all though. I might.
The scale is spread for you to just you can go 0, you can go 100. We like 100 over here, you know. Yeah,
All
like
right, fuck it. Let's do it. All right. This one's called Confessions of an Addict. Let's do it.
yeah.
Mm. I never thought I'd actually love tasting you. I mean, savoring you. I mean, slurping you. I mean, drinking you. I mean, baby. I never thought you'd have me addicted. Every thought that comes to mind, I want to go deep inside. All 9 inches of strap with licks combined, fingers, hips, lips intertwined. So let's decide to spend time together. Switching positions. Now I'm undercover. I mean, under the covers with my face in between, and you always look good from behind the scenes. So let me turn you over and bend over your falsely guided misconceptions, preconceived inceptions of how I'm just another one of those fuckboys, and let me fuck that thought so far into your brain it signals all 3,000 nerves to start moaning my name while restoring clitoris palpitation reciprocation. That type of CPR changed my life. Tasting you helped me breathe right. So let's take a couple of breaths together. Baby, let me capture every inch of mastered artistry, every curve in between, doing things others would see as obscene, and let's create artistic beauty. Painting scenes for everybody to fucking see, like on some Van Gogh or Monet, or positions from the living room shower to the bed. Traveling from my face to the sheets, I'll have your pussy dripping effortlessly. It'll be glistening, shimmering, filled with genuine beauty as drops of nectar seep from the flower before me. It kisses my lips, replenishing as I sip. It's talking to me. using dialects I've never seen because we all know some bitches ain't got the best pussy, but my tongue learned the speech of your body, permanently signing its own version of sign language. I mean, love language, because my tongue loves the taste of you. So I feel it's relayed messages through stimulation of penetration, initiating contemplation of love making. And baby, I want to fuck you. For tonight, I want to own you. I want to have you on your knees, arched back, you calling me daddy loudly. Every moaning melody soaring beautifully. Shit, maybe we're musicians creating sexual harmony. And every time my tongue slips into the depths of your wetness, it gets recorded through the trenches within seconds of each stroke. And baby, I can swim. I can handle the throwback of your waves sent from the vibrations of floods from heaven's gates. And I don't know if you caught my reference from my last sentence, but baby, I think you're a goddess. And I think you deserve to be fucked like one. I think you deserve to be passionately, aggressively, beautifully given each stroke until it passes your stomach and makes moans come from your throat. And I want to go deeper than anybody before me. I want to give you strokes of pleasure that hit your heart while my tongue gives these licks slowly from the start without that lazy shit. So I spread those legs and that ass apart. Shit. I'd love to have your wrist tongue tied in silk ropes of secretive pleasures as I proceed with caution. I'll slowly stroke in, discovering desires, creating fires as we ignite flames that derive from the heat driven from your membrane, physically, mentally, driving your body insane, drenched in sweat, hot, heavy, nasty sex. Shit, hold on, baby. I'm sorry. I know this isn't quite what you expected. I know I can be a little bit perverted, but baby, I swear I could be romantic. You deserve grips of safety given from hands of me while your body is squirming. I mean, squirting. I mean, shaking. I mean, baby, you deserve your garden of Eve matched with tongues that can speak life into dead trees. And I'm a poet, so I know when I speak, life mixed with hidden messages are received. So I know I match that divine energy, that synergy, that mutual chemistry, that everything, baby. I never thought I'd actually love tasting. But I guess this is what tasting magical pussy does to you. It has you obsessed. I mean, addicted. I mean, well, damn. I guess I'm an addict. And that's that piece.
Not, and that's that piece.
Ah, ah, ah.
Y'all,
Ah,
listen, y'all gave me a
ah.
scale and I just climbed the ladder, guys. I just, you know, listen.
Wow.
She's a runner, she's a rock star. She can get away when it get hard.
I do speak about mental health and shit, y'all, but I kind of wanted to have fun today, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man,
Yes,
I
let's have
appreciate y'all for
fun.
entertaining my
I'm all with it.
Well, things like that helps with mental health. But
Right.
exactly. You see? Oh,
You know how many endorphins were released in the last like 5 minutes?
I feel them too.
Yo,
It's a little hot.
yes. I love it here. I love it
Yo,
here.
So you have one more poem. You can go all out, up, down, do what you want to do.
I got y'all. I'm gonna do a new piece for y'all. Actually, it's not new, but it's new. This one's called this is a mental health piece, so trigger warning. It's called OCD 123. So this is for myself personally, but anybody else who may be struggling with OCD. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Damn it. 1, 2. Wait, that wasn't right. My skin doesn't feel as clean as my eyes wearing glasses for the first time. Repeats until you rediscover purity. Repeats until the chains around me redefine gravity. Repeats 1, 2, 3. Repeats. Some people tell me I struggle with OCD. I tell them I can't help it. That when my skin is on fire from frozen emotions, my brain gets biologically distorted. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. That's my favorite number. It's even plastered onto my high school basketball jersey. It resembles the first time I ever felt like a star. So when I count stars, I count in multiples of 3. And I pray that I catch one while it's shooting, like it caught me. With its Mamba mentality, I'll scream Kobe and feel like a king. I wish the word faster than how many times I've had to count to feel safe. With every count, the dirt claims me. You are mine, but believe me, these love bombs from our relationship are rooted skin deep. So when we meet, we go to war. I scrub, I scrub, I scrub, but the fucking things don't ever come undone. One, two, Yvette, get out the shower, we'll be late. Shit, one, two, Yvette, shit, one, two, Yvette, shit, one, two. I know I'm one to struggle with time. I know I lose track of how many times I've went head to toe, head to toe, head to toe. Remember, please remember to use the body wash and not the soap. One, two, shit, my hands keep getting stuck. Shit, one, two, now the water is scorching, but my veins are icy blue. One, two, I feel like I'm drowning in a sea of hands applauding my clean freak routine. Some people say my tendencies can lead to unhealthy measures of reality. I tell them I buy my soap in bulk. I tell them that my little germ man looks like the fucking Hulk. I tell them I pay close attention to projected pretentious specks of trauma they don't see. I tell them not to wait for me if I'm the last one showering. My friends know to let me shower first. My friends assume I don't want to shower in their homes, and sleepovers were never my thing anyway, so I've learned how to cover my own ass. I tell them a bunch of excuses consisting of my missing towel to going home even after saying I'm a night owl. I tell them to give me 2 hours in advance so that when they show up, I'm only a couple of seconds late. I tell my best friends that some seconds go so fast they feel like they're split in half, similar to the dead ends on my hair. I tell them I took so long because I was washing and deep conditioning those split ends. I tell myself walking down that path will only lead to a dead end. They ask what took so long. I felt dead at the end of that conversation. They ask why I haven't been over in years. I tell them I'm so sorry. The seconds fly by. I haven't even counted the years. I'm too busy counting the seconds as they come. One of my exes used to ask how a short body could require so much soap. She laughed. I laughed. My pain became a playful joke. Some people think couple showers are a good idea. They think it's sexy and adventurous. I tell them it's more complicated than they think. That if they knew what happens in my mind when their soap mixes with mine, so I pray my future lover appreciates the day I invite her into my water wonderland. I pray she'll understand why shower sex is incredible but rare for me. That why when I have a hard day, I stick my head under the shower, imagining a baptism from God's fountain of youth, praying my younger self enjoys her youth. One, two, three, head to toe, I never miss a spot. And please make sure the water is hot because cold water is known to preserve molecules, so that must mean heat dilutes frantic microscopic bandits. And maybe that's why when I'm showering, I lose track of time. One, two, three. Sometimes I go into deep thoughts while I'm showering. I combat complaints cautiously cascading, flowing from the water pipe to my mind. So maybe my peace of mind is found when pieces of my mind flow with the water side by side. And maybe the pressure from the water pipes allow the blood pressure in my chest to remain leveled. Maybe that's what my dad meant when he said I will learn to grow in levels. And my mother, she takes longer than me. And maybe we're so both used to swimming upstream that when the tears flow down our cheeks, it becomes part of our safety. And my mind battles itself constantly. She screams that one rinse is enough. She screams that trauma and dirt cannot be buried 6 feet under your skin if you are still alive. She said, I am still alive. I just like to be clean. She said, I love showers because they are my safety. Sometimes I do, but sometimes, just sometimes, I'm still counting.
Wow, that's amazing. I love showers because that's my safety. Like, no, literally, though. Like, no, literally, though. That was beautiful. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Yvette, for coming on to Sofa Soul. Sofa Soul appreciates you. You know, Sulitree appreciates you in general. Sulitree appreciates everybody that's on this platform. I just want to thank you guys.
Yes, I
Thank you, thank you,
appreciate
thank you, thank you,
everybody.
thank you. I'm very, very grateful. Alrighty, guys. So we're finally at the end of episode 3. And before we leave tonight, March 16, guys, Soul Attack, hosted by B, featuring El Terrell. We're also March 26th, Soul at Home is celebrating their 4 years of Sulitree. So let's give a round of applause. Featuring B and featuring yours truly. Gang, gang, gang. So I
Hey,
just want to thank Sulitree for this powerful journey. And guys, you guys are always welcome to come. As long as we have next month to link up, you guys can sign up. You guys don't even need like no permissions. Pull up again, show out again. You guys have a platform where you could just come on, and we don't mind but to make this home for you guys. So I just want to thank you guys. Thank you so much. And we reached the end of Sofa Soul. Thank you guys.
thank you, my love. Good
Well,
night, everybody.